Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
To the drop-off for those first iguanas, as the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission has opened a window for people to collect them today and tomorrow.
Iguanas are the main character this morning, okay? Forget us being cold. They're cold, and you can remove them from your lawn and deliver them to FWC. Local 10's Trent Kelly live at the FWC office in Sunrise with a look. And Trent, you said people are starting to come in and bring iguanas. What are you seeing out there?
Well, check it out. I feel like a frozen iguana this morning, guys. I'm cold stunned myself, but look at this right now. We just saw a couple more groups of people roll up here. I can't even count how many iguanas are right there. This is, of course, all part of a Florida Fish and Wildlife program that is actually allowing the public to help remove these invasive iguanas. And already we've seen several groups of people showing up here at this FWC collection center in Sunrise. Let's take you now to some of that video as people were arriving with their catches, if you will, earlier today. Due to this cold snap, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission says people can now collect live cold-stunned iguanas from their properties or with landowner permission and bring them directly to 5 designated FWC offices throughout the southern part of the state. The closest one here in South Florida being this one here in Sunrise. This is all part of that executive order that was signed by Governor DeSantis this past Friday. That order temporarily lifting permit requirements during this cold weather event. Officials stress, however, there are some strict rules for these iguana collections. Only cold-stunned iguanas can be gathered. They must be placed in a secure cloth bag and then inside a locked container. And after you start transporting them, they say those bags must stay sealed until they're handed over to FWC staff. We did speak to some of these people showing up here in Sunrise earlier today about their finds and their thoughts on these cold-stunned falling iguanas. You saw them this morning. What did you guys think? Were you kind of like, oh my God, it's true? I don't know.
Yeah, we were kind of surprised. Got out there, found them. Like, we've seen them in the summer, and they are fast. And then you see them right now, and they just don't move. They're just so slow. So.
All right. So, there we go. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. Great glory to the mighty one. Please give me a 1 if you can see me and hear me well. Okay, well, hang on. That thing was right here. There we go. Good. All right. Yes, beloved, this is day 2 of our fast. Once again, thank you and welcome. For the people that sent words, they did not receive notification. Before we move into this, beloved, okay, YouTube, the whole intended game changed. Technology changed like so fast. They don't even do that anymore. They don't care about this. If you upload a video on YouTube now, 2 days later, 48 hours later, it's like old video. They won't do anything in there. They won't do anything with it. You have to go periodically checking on whoever that you're watching out there, because they not gonna. If someone you haven't upload things for like a while, they won't notify your people like that, especially if this person have not used their phone or their YouTube or whatever. They won't do this. Okay, that's what YouTube been doing on purpose, and they are hiding information like hell. When I go to my YouTube home, I used to scroll down endless of information and garbage and stuff. Most of those things used to piss me off, but now I'm looking for those things. I can't find them. They just reach a place you can't scroll down anymore. So you have to go up and then tell them, what would you like to watch and stuff like that and things. And anyway, so the reason why I play this iguana thing, beloved, okay, iguanas are not native to South Florida. They are not supposed to be here. And they are an invasive species. They are so invasive that if you even born or raised in Florida, you would thought they are native to Florida because they're everywhere. They try to remove them by force. They can't. They were trying to kill them, shooting them. They can't. I remember, beloved sister Lisa made a video 2 years ago, I believe, 2-3 years ago, where the iguana was such a problem down there. They were giving green light to people to just shoot them, to just kill them. And it went overboard. It went so, white folks, it got so bad, beloved. White folks start shooting those things to such a degree, they start shooting other people. And they had to stop it. They have to say, okay, enough. Damn. People were going around and shoot those things, not only in their own yard, they were going to other people's yard, just started to shoot these things. And they're like, okay, it's too much. What the hell? Stop. You people are enjoying this thing. I know that stuff is an invasive. You're just like, God damn, man. Whoa. So till now, till this day, they can't. Also, the Burmese python is not native to South Florida, but they are there. Now, the weather, the issue with iguanas, they cannot withstand cold weather. Anything like 60 degrees and below, it's going to be a problem. And don't listen to those people telling you they are stone cold. They are dead. They are dead. So what happened is the weather become too cold and a hell of a lot of them die. So what that indicates, the figure of speech I'm trying to prove here, you see, if you're not native here on this planet, if you're not supposed to be here or anywhere, the Holy One will use the natural weather to get rid of you. See, the whole iguana thing started with those people always want to have exotic pets. They brought the iguana here, and then once they become a nuisance unto them, they just release them into the wild. They just let them go. And they don't have a natural predator. And they just outbreed pretty much anything. They don't eat other animals. They just eat fruits and other stuff and things like that. They don't attack people or none of that. Their sight is quite appalling. That's all. I have a sister that I know, she can stand those lizards. So if the Holy One wants to get rid, well, not if, when the Holy One is going to get rid of you, he ain't gonna use all these guns and people and stuff like that. It just switch something in the weather and all of you will just freeze in place. Well, freeze in place and then you die. It will be just like car driving around and collecting dead bodies. People will like, what happened to those people? They just die. In our previous Esau's Trouble video, we told you the weather is a weapon. Not for those people to control. They can control anything. Those people barely can control the silver, the market. They can control the weather, none of these things. And one switch, you people will just be still in one place, and then you just die. People will just go to sleep, they won't wake up. And then, of course, your scientists, they will go out there and try to prove, that's like it's like a switch and the diet and stuff like that. Yeah, just like a switch on those iguanas' diet. You guys are not freezing anything. You can't freeze the Leviathan. You barely can freeze anything in your freezer. You can't. That's not how it works. Just like you see all those iguanas were sitting ducks, it's pretty much the same thing for a lot of people around the world. It's not only here, around the world. You will just die. And people will like, oh, well, it's the elite trying to depopulate the earth and stuff, Excuse me, because overpopulation or whatever that garbage is. But nonetheless, beloved, welcome to our second day of the 40-day fast. And today we're going to talk and pray and thank the Holy One for making us still. And we choose stillness over impulse. We did talk about this, the ability to stay still on purpose. I recommend, highly recommend to my brethren, to my sister out there, to stay still at least a good 10 minutes. Just be somewhere. 30 minutes, it's like the sweet mark. Close your eyes and let your mind be still. Don't let it drift around. Keep it still. You don't need to think about anything. Just don't think. Don't think, and don't try to move a muscle. And you will feel places that will be itchy. You will feel cramps and things like that. All those are good indication. You don't move though. If you move, you restart it. And you'll see things that, wow, I had these abilities. Man, what happened? I never knew I could do those things. Be still in this case, beloved, is to purposely choose to hold on, stop before you act. For instance, you got in the car and then you realize, oh man, I forgot my purse, I forgot my phone, I forgot my wallet. The natural reaction is to quickly get out of the car, quickly go, and no. You sit there, you pause. You pause for a good 30 seconds, you just sit there. Yeah, you're in a hurry. Yeah. 30 seconds will hurt a lot, I know. And then you go get it. There are certain action, regular things that you're going to do. You stop on purpose a minute or two before you do these things. It could be a menial task, getting a bottle of water. You stand up and try to get it, you stop there. A minute pass, you pick it up, and then you go, you sit down. You pause. I have this issue when I get the food, before it sit on the table, it's already inside my mouth. So yeah, I gotta take this food, put it on the table, and sit. I have this terrible issue when I'm cooking food. It's always half of the food get done with cooking. Because while I'm cooking, I'm eating, I'm cooking, I'm eating. Now I'm cooking, I'm waiting, I'm cleaning. And when the food done, I put the food on my table, go wash the dishes first, leave them there, come back and start eating my food instead of eating rapidly like somebody tried to steal my food or whatever. That was a terrible habit. Slow down and pause on purpose. Pretty much anything that you're doing, those things will help you, beloved. Now, oops. There we go. Okay. Oh, I want to share this, but I'll do that later on. Because of the way 2025 had been presented unto us, the events, the moments we shared, the things that we saw, we watched to such a degree that 83, especially the celebrities, they're high value people or high quality people or being dropped off the map And a lot of those people, they never had any real explanation. They just die. And they try to pretend that, hey, those people are faking their own death so they won't pay taxes. You see again how the airplanes barely can stay up in the sky, and their the tires are falling off. You're seeing how those people are losing their mind. They are not shooting at, they are literally murdering their own people right there on camera, just like they used to do to all people. And folks out there don't know, they trying to explain this as if it was staged and stuff like that. Remember when they shot one of our brothers, it's always the Illuminati try to stage something. Stage and stuff. They try to make us fight, but when they murder one of them, but it is real. The government is bad. We need to go out there and do stuff. One thing again, I told my beloved, stay out of this. We wrote a song about that. We played it a long time ago. There are certain things going on out there. It make no real. It won't give you anything positive to get involved with it. That's why you have to control your emotion and be still, man. And just let others go lose their mind. People are losing their mind because of the economy, the way things are going on, deportation, the harassment, shooting out. You just leave it. There's nothing you can do that can change this for the better or for the worse. Whatever this thing going to take, it will. Whether you stand or you do not stand in the way. I personally prefer not to stand in the way of the Holy One. I prefer to stay quiet and let this thing pass, because everything that I personally been talking about, bringing out, you can go in my channel, all those videos, well, most of those videos are there. Indeed, silence is the best remedy. I'm tired of debating people. Their mind are made up. So, to all the folks that been watching, observing, studying with us, you see everything that we've been talking about. The weather, beloved, is not the same. Listen to none that telling you this is normal, this is just a storm, it will pass over, things going to get better. It didn't get better for Asheville, North Carolina. It won't get better. It's not normal anymore. Everything is completely wrong. It is normal for the children that are born in this time. They never knew what we used to go through. See, kids that were born in 2019, anything 2013 to, well, by the time they were 2013, 7 years old, 2020. But the kids 2013, this is normal to them. Because that's the only thing they know. They know not pre-2010 or whatever and above. Even though we tell them this place used to be a great place, man. Things used to be cheap and stuff. They won't understand it. They like, okay, why? What are you talking about? Like, they won't get it. It won't be too long, beloved. It won't be that long. We are in February the 1st, at least where I'm at, I believe, in what this place called again? There's a sister over there. It's close to the Pacific, Guam. Yeah, Guam. I believe in Guam is February the 2nd, or in Japan or anything on that Pacific side is the 2nd, but it's the 1st for us here. We have about 60 days or less to reach our new year in March. And as you know before, every time we either approaching our new year or even get to the new year or shortly after our new year, there is a huge event. a huge event that usually happen, and so something good always happen, at least for certain people, certain group of people, something good, and we are expecting those good things to keep on happening. This is not going to get better. And to a degree, it's not going to get somewhat worse. It's just going to get wrong. Everything is turning. This is wrong here, man. This is not good. Because this loop is unbreakable. You can't break this loop, man. You can't stop the Most High's wrath. Heavenly Father, Earthly Mother, we say thank you. Great glory for not giving us into shame and reproach, for protecting our people, for giving us life once more, bringing life into the dry bone, putting flesh, muscle, and blood and energy unto us. We are grateful for your knowledge. We are grateful for letting the Holy Spirit, our mother, being in our midst and teaching us. We are grateful for our beloved brothers and sisters that are going in this truth. We're no longer worried about going around and try to bring people in the truth that is poison unto them. We're no longer worried about numbers. We are not worried about if we have the most members, the most head count. We worry about the most knowledge, the best wisdom, the best path. And indeed, the Holy One do not deal with the majority. We thank you, Holy One, for sparing us. We did not deserve it. We did stuff that warrant this type of treatment that we had received, but you had mercy. You had mercy because you had foresight. You had mercy because you knew we were going to act this way. We ask that you speedily, swiftly, rapidly put our people back on top of this physical world with, of course, physical power. Yea, indeed, our spiritual mental power has returned. Slowly but surely, we are perceiving things. This reality is breaking. This matrix is glitching. We can see 83 cannot hold the typical face that they used to. We can see the weather. We see the atmosphere, the people, the animals. Everything changed. We watch the sea, the sky, nature, the forest, the trees, and they speak unto us. And we do understand, we do comprehend, and we are at peace. Whatever the will of the Mighty One is, will not stand in his way. At least I am not. Whatever his will is, so shall it be, so be it. Yea, 83 is completely and utterly baffled, dumbfounded and mute. None had come before and tried to either explain, dismiss, discuss, dispute, talk about. They just left. They didn't pack up, they just fled. Yea, there is no place upon this face of this earth and others that any being or any creation can hide from the face of the Creator. The creation can never defeat its Creator. This is movies, fantasies, where your AI taking over and defeat humanity. It doesn't work like that. And it will never work like this. We thank the Holy One for giving us this immortal soul, this spirit that cannot die. Yes. And to the loop of incarnation, reincarnation, we learn our lesson. We say, thank you for not bringing Jacob's trouble into our midst. We thank you for judging 83 right in front of our face, and there's nothing they can do and say about this. We ask that you put stillness in the heart of our beloved, so they won't be moved by petty events. They won't be moved by petty distractions. Yes, indeed, it's been quite half a decade here. We are not moved, we are not dismayed by celebrity garbage. Certain news that say, hey, look over there. We are still, we are calm. We ask the Mighty One to give us more wisdom. Indeed, there are certain places, certain things we cannot receive yet because we are not ready for them. We cannot access yet because we have not matured enough. But once we reach this maturity, this proper knowledge and wisdom will be given unto us. I personally thank every brothers and sisters out there that have been supporting me. Pray for me. Missing me. The one that supported me through their prayers, finances, to the class, to the love. I said thank you. I am very grateful. I'm very pleased, and above all, I'm very happy. I ask the Holy One to protect our people worldwide and not giving us into shame and not giving our land unto reproach and shame, and utterly and totally remove the invasive species of our lands. Selah, so be it. Heavenly Father, may your will be done in this earth as it is in heaven. Thank you for protecting us. Thank you for providing for our beloved. You are all that we have, and we are all that we have. We have to stick together as family, as people. Selah, so be it. Okay. Oops. There was another video concerning the iguanas. There you go. All right, let me see. I got this one. All right, beloved. Before we go to the iguana video, let me share this with you. For those of you who don't know yet, we have this for you. Okay?
Happy Jubilee! The album will be released on February 22nd.
Pre-order now on Amazon and Apple. We hope you enjoy the album. Much love.
All right, for those of you who do not know, we have an album. It will get out this February 22nd. You can pre-order it now on iTunes and barely Amazon. Do you folks find it on Amazon yet? I can't, I don't know if yesterday we were looking, we could not get it on Amazon. It's on iTunes, Let me see if I can get it there. It's not on Apple Music yet. Let me see. Okay, I found it on Amazon. It says wasn't ready to purchase yet. I don't know why. It should. It's not out there yet, but it should be there. So this is iTunes. You can pre-order it. Again, it will come out in February 22nd, 2026. Got 19 tracks on it, and you can go ahead and do that. So February the 22nd, this will be your album. We got about 21 more days to go. Okay? So, yeah. Let me see right there. This album is yours. This is something we specifically tailored and made for you. Happy Jubilee. Big Levi Happy Jubilee. That's the name of it. You can go get it. I don't think it's on Amazon. I've been looking for this thing over there. It's not there. But it will be there, though. Of course, they say, hey, we already delivered over here and stuff. But apparently, they have not. So, again, we know you don't listen to garbage. And you do not have time to try to go to other people and tell them, hey, why don't you make good music for us? Why don't you do this? Only a few beloved out there that are making songs that our people can listen. Most of us are either listening to old songs we used to listen before, or some of those songs our brothers released 10, 15, 12 years ago, because whatever is going on out there is garbage. So, yes. I cannot share any link with iTunes, can I? Can I share? Copy link. Oh, I can. Okay, well, let me put it in on the stuff. I was not aware of that. Did it still go to Apple Music? Okay, all right. I'll put it in the description. All right, let me see this. Let me see if I can put it here. Oh. Okay. Okay, Happy Jubilee album. Okay, all right. I just put it in the description of this video. It works. I was not aware of that. Okay, it's in the description of this video. You can click on the link and get it on iTunes and pre-order it. Are you able to listen to the preview? Did you listen to some of the previews? I'm not sure if you can, because you shouldn't be until 22nd this month, which is going to be a Sunday. 2 more Sundays to go. 2 more weeks? Is that what that is? 2 more weeks and a half. Almost 3 weeks. Okay, you won't be able. You know, you couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear it. No, you shouldn't. Not now. After the 22nd, you will be able to hear the previews after 22nd. But then again, this album is for you. This is something specifically dedicated to you, our people here, or the one that's been following and studying and stuff like that. This is something tailored. This is a tailored album to you. Most people will not understand anything in it. It will not sit too well with them. They will listen to it, they're like, oh man, this thing sucks. I don't like it. You know, they will badmouth it because it's not in their spirit. Okay, they will try to go against it, trying to say how evil it is, how the devil is in there, you know, things like that. It will. Some people will do this, but it's not for them. It is for you. All right. Will it be on Spotify? Yes. Yes. It should be in there. Okay. All right. Good. Okay, good. So let's move to this video that I want to share again with the people. There we go. This one right here. I will play this one of course, but this one right here.
It is raining iguanas. Isabella, you have quite the scene. And please introduce us to the lady standing next to you.
Yes, this is Jessica. She is the iguana expert. She's picked up, she said, hundreds of pounds of iguanas this morning. This is crazy. I've honestly never seen anything like it. Jessica, tell us what is happening. Why are these iguanas frozen?
Right. Of course, iguanas are cold-blooded animals. So as soon as it gets to freezing, we end up having iguanas fall out the trees here in South Florida.
Okay. And like I said, you've picked up hundreds of pounds worth just this morning. You told me you started at 4. What do you do with them after you pick up all of these all around the city?
Well, of course, we contact our Trinidadian friends and all the people that like to eat iguanas. So a lot of different cultures eat iguanas, and they eat the eggs and they eat the legs and they eat the tail. So this is easy snacks falling out the trees this morning.
Okay, and I know that you did tell me that before, and I was surprised because I said, is that inhumane? But tell us about the reasons why that's acceptable.
Right. So iguanas are an invasive species here in South Florida, just like the pythons, the parrots, and other animals that damage our native environment. And so we are not allowed to relocate these animals. Some people try to heat them up and let them back go. If you do that on your own property, that's your own choice. But FWC did allow for people to go to a place today. If you find frozen iguanas in your yard, you can look up on FWC's website and they'll tell you drop-off points where they will humanely put iguanas down and make sure that they don't suffer, but we also get them out of our environment and save South Florida.
Okay, all right. Again, beloved, this is we are observers. We just observe. Okay, we're just observing. All right. The point I'm trying to make here, once the Holy One do not want you anywhere upon his land, you will die. It will just use the weather and it will kill you. You can see it in especially black Christians. Black Christians are terrified of this weather. They are running to their masters and ask, Master, are you doing this? Because this isn't good out there. Please stop. Can you turn off this machine? And we'll go to the black Christians. We'll go to the Christians out there. Okay? All right? No judgment, beloved. We just observe and we watch. This is what it is. It is what it is. Okay?
Okay, and you've already found several in this park, but you told me after this spot, you're headed to the beach. Why are there a lot on the beach, do you think?
Yes, so the last time it froze like this, I found the majority of my frozen iguanas out by the beach. I think that air coming off of the cold water is even colder for them, and the wind is stronger over there, so it knocks them out the trees, and we're expecting to find many more iguanas this morning out there, probably until about 11 a.m. when it starts to get warm enough for them to wake up and climb back up the trees.
Okay, and one last question. What is the heaviest and biggest iguana you have picked up today?
Today, this is probably the biggest boy we've gotten. He probably weighs around 10 pounds. And
okay, this is a little small dragon right there. Okay, they are pretty big down there. All right, this is a small dragon. Can you imagine something the size of the state of Florida? The size, its tail can crush the island of Manhattan. This thing, it really exists. Okay, this is a small version of it. So this is disgusting. But hey, this is what it is. Man. Let us observe and draw the wisdom here.
It's probably around 5.5 feet long.
And you told me it's like picking up a bag of ice.
Oh, yes. Right now, they are so cold. My hand is frozen right now holding him. And so they're like little bags of ice, and they are so heavy. So like you said, we've gotten probably around 200 pounds of iguanas and probably around 75 to 80 iguanas total.
And this is crazy. I've been nervous even holding this one, and I did pick that one up just a couple of minutes ago. I thought they were going to wake up.
Yeah, they're not waking up yet. We had one moving slightly a minute ago. He was sitting in the sun, so he's getting to heat up a little quicker. But they still have a few more hours that we're going to be able to run around and pick up iguanas like Easter eggs off the ground.
And for those that see a frozen iguana right outside their doorstep, what do you recommend they do one last time?
If you want to allow him to defrost, go ahead and move him to the sun and he'll get to defrost and go up the trees. But if you want to help the environment and remove him, you need to look up FWC's drop-off site and they'll be able to take care of him humanely for you.
Okay, thank you so much, Jessica. Again, a crazy scene out here. I'm from Michigan. I've never seen anything like this or even held an iguana before. So a lot of firsts for me, cold in Florida and holding a frozen iguana. Reporting.
So any reptile, most reptile cannot survive the cold places. They have to go below somewhere it's warm or hot to stay, or they will die. They will just freeze to death. Then again, my point is, if the Holy One do not want you anywhere, it will just use the weather and get rid of you. And not only physically, mentally, the weather things going to not making sense for you. It's wrong out there. Okay? Iguanas are not native species here. That's why the only one is literally get rid of them. Of course, those people, they will touch these animal with their hands, and taking like that. Those things scary stuff, man. And they should not be handled like that, okay? No judgment, beloved. Those are beautiful creatures of the Holy One. He's just making a point. He's just sending a message. What he's about to do to 83 is going to freeze you guys to death. It's going to, people are like, okay, well, it's not cold. This is the summer. That guy is not moving. What happened? He's not moving. He's not breathing. Let's put one of those doctor little thing I can pronounce in his heart. There is no heartbeat. I can hear anything. Is he dead? I don't know. He's just staying there. Okay? And he is the black Christians.
A new debate is heating up online, this time about the snow itself, and it has led to possible death threats. Two Memphis City Council members, Pearl Walker and Yolanda Cooper Sutton, shared social media posts questioning whether the snow that fell across the city was real or possibly man-made. Well, the topic is trending on TikTok. The comments quickly took off online, drawing strong reactions as crews across Memphis were still dealing with icy roads, school closures, and cleanup from one of the city's more significant winter storms in recent years. Your news leader reached out to Councilwoman Pearl Eva Walker about her post.
I had a cousin to a chunk of the snow and it was dissolving, but water was not dripping. And I commented that it looks different. But what Memphians need to understand is that I have a right to my opinion, and my opinion is not, my right to speak. It's bigger than the Constitution.
WREG also contacted Councilwoman Cooper Sutton. She says what was meant to be a lighthearted post shared with family and friends has now been blown out of proportion.
I'm doing super amazing, but my family here and I have gotten some threats on my life, my Facebook page. People are talking about they hope that I die and that I get over some snow. And no one has gone to my page and actually see the work that I'm doing, taking food to my neighbors, my senior citizen neighbors, making phone calls, praying, for our city. And I'm not sure what this is about or where this attack has come from, because it has been really ugly and mean.
Councilwoman Cooper Sutton says the challenges many of her neighbors and constituents are facing during the snow and ice recovery are far more important and urgent than any social media post about whether snow is real.
So What you're seeing here is the virtue signaling of the Christian. See, these black Christians, they are terrified. They are terrified. A lot of them are coming over here trying to act like, oh, well, you know, this is we are the same. No, they are terrified because this thing does not sit well with their soul. They will give the glory to men. That God is so good, he can't do this to them. Oh, I'm looking at the snow, it will terrify them, and they'll be afraid of it, like, whoa, this isn't real, this isn't normal. And they in their spirit, whatever the Holy One put in their spirit, it will disturb them. And they will go out there, they'll come up with all kind of garbage and telling our people, oh, Satan is doing this. Satan is using Elon Musk, Bill Gates, you know, with their little technologies, and then they're freezing people, they're freezing the iguanas, so because they want to take over the land. And you will see 99.99% of people that look like us will agree, will support, will go out there and say, oh, well, we need something to be done about this. You know, stop controlling the weather and stuff. This is the kind of glory they are giving to men out there. You will not see none of them say, oh, hell no, this isn't your doing. You can't do none of that. You can't do none of that. If you had the power to freeze any place, the so-called black community would be frozen 24/7. You would kill them. You guys are talking about Africa. Africa would be Antarctica 2.0. You would have just freeze places that, you know, there's a lot of so-called black folk living there and kill them. But you can't. You can't. Indeed, there will be snow in the Caribbean. There will be snow in Africa. There will be snow pretty much anywhere. Why? Because plague. What number is this plague out of the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham? For those of you that have been studying with us, see, black Christians, they virtue signaling. People are not looking what I'm doing. You should look. I'm bringing food out there for the homeless. I'm helping people. I'm praying for them. Why don't you say that I was praying and give food? You don't look at that. You're looking at the weather that I say. And what the Holy One is doing right now is literally taking the people that are out of the goddamn mind and then send them after the so-called Christian. And some of those people are not playing, man. They'll kill you. They're not just threatened out of, you know, oh, I hope you die. No, they'll kill you. Okay, what plague is that? Thank you, Wazeline Williams. Increase of hail and snow. Yeah, those black Christians are losing their freaking mind. Why the Illuminati is doing this? Why the elites is doing that? They try to freeze the Leviathan. Yeah, suddenly now you guys want to talk about the mighty Levi and Nathan. Suddenly now you guys want to speak about like there is dragons, sea monsters. When in fact it was you guys was the one at the front door, at the front place, at the front crowd, speaking against those things. Oh, you are the devil is to speak about any other books. You do know that the Leviathan is mentioned in other books, other creatures that are not Leviathan. Let's see what the AI, you know, she's been listening. We're going to use a couple other AI to talk about, ask questions concerning other creatures and other books. For you black Christians that like to swagger Jack Hish and go out there, we're going to ask 4 sources. ChatGPT first. Can you give me some information concerning the Leviathan according to the Bible and other books?
In the Bible, Leviathan is often depicted as a great, powerful sea creature or serpent. In the book of Job, Leviathan's described as nearly untamable and fearsome, symbolizing chaos and forces beyond human control. Psalms also reference Leviathan as a creature of the sea that God can subdue or play with. In some other ancient Near Eastern texts, similar figures represent primordial chaos. Later traditions, including some Jewish apocryphal writings, sometimes portray Leviathan as linked to eschatological end times imagery, symbolizing the final defeat of evil.
Are there any books talking about sea monsters, creatures, whether they are canonized?
Yes, aside from the canonical Bible, ancient texts like the Book of Enoch, non-canonical in most traditions, mention cosmic creatures. The Leviathan reappears in some apocryphal or pseudepigraphal texts, often paired with Behemoth. In classical mythology, works like Homer's Odyssey reference sea monsters like Scylla and Charybdis. In more modern contexts, you'll find sea creatures in literature inspired by myth, like in Herman Melville's Moby Dick or H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos. These aren't canon in religious terms, but explore similar themes of the unknown and monstrous seas.
Okay, in the Book of Enoch, can you tell me exactly what they say about those monsters, especially the Leviathan, if so, and give me the exact verse, please?
In the Book of Enoch, Leviathan is mentioned in what's known as the similitudes or parables section, specifically in 1 Enoch 60. In that passage, Leviathan is described as a female monster dwelling in the watery abyss, created alongside Behemoth, a male beast of the land. The exact verse is 1 Enoch 67-8. It explains that Leviathan resides in the ocean depths, while Behemoth inhabits a land desert. Keep in mind that 1 Enoch is not considered canonical in most traditions, though it is important in some ancient Jewish and Ethiopian Orthodox literature.
Okay. So, do you know anything about the Sulanuf?
The Zulunos doesn't appear.
No. Sulanuf. SulanUth. It's in the Book of Jasher.
The Book of Jasher is an ancient text referenced in the Bible, though the versions we have today aren't considered part of the biblical canon. In the Book of Jasher, Sulanuf is described as a great sea monster, sometimes likened to a form of Leviathan, encountered when Pharaoh's army was drowned in the Red Sea. The details are more elaborated in these extra-biblical traditions, portraying Sulanuf as one of the mythic creatures of the deep. These narratives are more folkloric than doctrinal.
Yeah, of course. Now, with the Sulanuf, can you tell me her specialty according to the Book of Jasher?
In the Book of Jasher, Sulanuf is mentioned only briefly and symbolically. She doesn't have a detailed specialty or role beyond being a representation of a great sea creature. The text uses Sulanuf to emphasize...
what about the passage that say doing the 10 plagues where the Egyptians, like their dolls, and the Most High God Almighty sent the Sulanuf out of the sea, and she quickly unlocked their door and dragged them out so the insects would sting and kill them?
There's no such passage in the biblical canon or even in the known versions of the Book of Jasher. The scene you're describing, Sulanuf unlocking doors and dragging people out, is not documented in recognized texts. It seems that might be from a later invention, a local tradition, or a modern interpretation. In other words, that exact specialty or event is not found in ancient sources.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you need any more clarifications on ancient texts or anything else, just let me know.
Oh yeah, one more thing. In the Book of Jasher, it mentioned there was a creature somebody observed that looked like it's a mule or donkey, but it's fused with a man, and it stole a donkey or a mule. Can you clarify that for me and where that is exactly?
The Book of Jasher recounts a strange hybrid creature in chapter 36. In that passage, it describes a man-like animal with the face of a man and a mule's body that stole an actual mule. The event occurs when Anna, a descendant of Seir the Horite, is said to have discovered mules in the wilderness. This story is often viewed as mythic or symbolic rather than literal, and it's unique to the Book of Jasher, not found in the Bible.
Okay, so this creature, what would be the proper description of it if we have to describe it in a modern term?
In modern terms, you might describe it as a mythical chimera or hybrid. Imagine a mule-like quadruped with the face or features of a human.
Bullhish. It's a centaur. It's a centaur. For those of you who may not be, oops. I think Sister Didaya did share this information with me. It's a centaur, okay? What the Hittite or whatever this person saw was a centaur, and they are freaking real. It is mentioned in the Bible. It is mentioned in everywhere. They just change the what they call this thing again? They change the verbiage. That's why there is a law in the Bible that says, "We shall not lie down with beasts." And our men didn't listen. They lie down with those things and have Israelite children, Israelite children with them. Remember when we just got out of Egypt? When that brother did not listen to the prophet, the priest, and then he went and lied down with one of the Moabites. What did the priest did to him? Anybody remember? In the book of Numbers, I believe. Okay, that was a centaur. All right, the centaur saw, it was something like this. Okay, a man with a mule, he stole the mule, and then he was eating it raw. And then he got on the mule. Somebody can give me the specific passage in the book of Joshua. And they keep saying that, oh, those things are like, mythical. No, they aren't. You remove them and then you pretend that they don't exist. Okay? Let me see. A female centaur. Okay? And our men were going around and do things with those horsewomen. There we go. Greek mythology or whatever. They actually they all real. Those things are real. And this isn't the only place. There are multiple stuff. Okay? I have a book here. I'm going to try to share it with this. Anybody remember the specific passage in the book of Joshua where they talk about the centaur and then they try to make it, it's not canonical. It's more folklore. It's this. Whatever you say about the Sulanuf is not in the book of Joshua. Yes, indeed it is in there. We studied. And you guys literally make these things so you can lie to people and say, oh, those things don't exist. Well, they do. Yeah, the book or the movie, The Chronicle of Narnia, is not a movie at all. Those are historical facts. They put somewhat as fiction, but those are facts. Okay, thou shalt not lie down with beasts. There are certain nations out there, they are beast-like people, and they do exist. But a lot of our men did not listen. And then now we got Israelites out there that look just like that woman, Okay, let me see. Joshua 36:32. And those animals from the middle downward were in the shape of the children of men, and from the middle upward form of the likeness of a bear. So you got like half bear, half mule, half horses. They do exist. Okay. All right. And some the likeness of the Kephas. Okay. A Kephas. I prefer the words Kephas. Okay. Hybrids. And our men were banging those things. And they used to live with us and stuff like that. Okay. This is somewhat a Kephas. I have some of the things that have been so All right, let's. Okay, this is the key fast. Okay, Sphinx. They are real. Let me finish reading this. Oops. Yeah. Let me finish reading this from the sister. Excuse me. And some in the likeness of the Kephas with tails behind them from between their shoulders, reaching downward to the earth, like the tails of the Duchipath. Excuse me. And these animals came and mounted Duchipath. Let's see what a Duchifaf look like. Duchifaf. Okay, hybrids. This is a Duchifaf. Okay, some demon-like, a lion-like men. In the book of Apocrypha, a brother, an Israelite brother, fought a lion-like man and killed him in the snow. Since we are dealing with snow, let's let the AI lie to us about all those things, because now, can you remind me which verse in the Bible or the book of Apocrypha where there was a battle and Israelite men went and fight a lion-like man? It was in the snow, and then he defeated him, and then after that, he went down there and killed a real lion. Can you expand on that, please?
You're thinking of Benaiah, one of King David's mighty men. In the Bible, specifically 2 Samuel 23:20 and 1 Chronicles 11:22, it says Benaiah struck down a lion-like man of Moab and also went down into a pit on a snowy day and killed a lion. The lion-like man refers to a formidable warrior. These feats were meant to highlight Benaiah's bravery and prowess in battle, showing he could defeat both a fierce human foe and an actual lion.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime, if you have more questions.
So, a lion-like man, one of those David, there's a movie called, this is a Duchifaf. Duchifaf. Those are things that actually exist. They mention them all over the books. But people are like, oh, no, they are not real because, my pastor didn't say it, so and so, whatever. Let me finish this. A Duchifaf, and this animal comes and mount. And I guess that's it. Oh, that's it for the stuff. I mean, we studied those things. This is just a revision. All right. Now, this is a Duchifaf, or a lion-like man of Moab. There was a war when our brothers were fighting the Moabites. Okay. All right. And then one of the David left hand dude went and fought this dude. He was a lion-like man, like Lionel. Okay? He was a lion-like man, like Lionel. If you are familiar with the Thundercats. Those are historical characters. Some of them were Israelites, because our men indeed sleep with the Moabites that were part of those people and have children with them. Okay? All right? Let me get the passage. I believe in the book of Numbers, it is mentioned the Israelites men when they got out of Egypt, and one of the men went and started sleeping with the Moabite woman, I believe, and one of the priests or a member of the Israelite men saw that, and he drove a spear onto the man's back and the woman and killed them both and lift them up into the air. Can you get me the specific verse and place in the Bible, please?
You're referring to an event in Numbers 25. The Israelite man took a Midianite woman, associated with Moab in this context, and Phinehas, the grandson of Aaron the priest, saw it. In response, Phinehas took a spear and thrust it through both the man and the woman, stopping the plague. The specific verses are Numbers 25, 7-8.
Ruth Ruth was an Israelite that was born in the land of Moab, and she was known as a Moabite. It's a little bit confused. When you read all the book, you realize Ruth revealed to King, what that dude again? The king that he drugged, and then he give him wine, and after that, in modern term, people would have say he raped him, but there is no such thing. I don't know where people get this stuff. Boaz, was it Boaz? Yes, Boaz. Boaz, the Israelite men can't stand two things: wine, women, and the third thing, gambling. That's why I don't talk about those are the three things that destroy our people: women, drugs, and gambling. Our men, it's in their DNA. There's nothing they can do about it. Thank God Almighty, I'm not that cookie by the addiction. But anyway, so So again, it was a Midianite women, so to speak. The Midian, again, beloved, this is let me make this clear. When they refer to those people, for instance, Midianite, the Midianite were our cousins. The Midian is a son of Abraham, and Midian gave birth to he's the father of Jethro, which was a high priest, a Kabbalist that trained Moses. Moses get this from his mentor, his master, Jethro, because those guys were ancient warriors, ancient priests that the Most High gave things unto before things were separated with us. They got great knowledge they passed down onto. Now, when they mention people that hybrids, that means those people went in there, they mess sexually with those beast-like people, and then they create those beings and they live in the midst of them. And then they are Israelites because the Israelite men went out there and then shag one of those things, and then they give birth to the children. You can kill the kid because, hey man, he's one of us, but I don't like that guy. He looked like a lion. He got like paws and claws. Yeah, I can kill him because he got that blood in him. So the reason why they killed the dude, because he was lying with one of those women that don't look, they're not actual, women stuff and things like that. Nonetheless, here we go right here. And there you go. And the Bible, it mentioned that this brother went and fought and lion-like men. A lion or character, fierce warrior that actually looked like a lion. And the thing is, in the book, it says that this brother killed this lion-like men, and he went in the snow and killed a real lion. Why would they specify that the brother killed a lion like men and then he killed a real lion? What's that? Why would they say? Because they want to make sure that this guy he was fighting was a hybrid. He was a hybrid man. He was a lion like men. He was like a fierce lion like men. He's just like a dude, a lion with two-legged, a hybrid whatsoever. A lion like men. Those Egyptian things that have lion head, they do exist. They are realm. You can go see them. They are there. And the brother killed him. And then after that, in the snow, the brother went out and killed an actual lion. Centaurs and those things. And our women and men, they went and sleep with those creatures, which they told them do not yield unto them. And then now we got like Israelite children that look like this. Those things are real. This is my own creation. I was trying to make something. Those, anybody can, when we studied those are the undines. And this thing is actually real. This is an undine. They are. This is not fantasies. Okay, so our men and went in there, and once this, they will do this. They they are real. The undines, those things, they are okay. I'm not making this up, but nonetheless, let me try to get this book that I was trying to talk about those animals. Oops, now hang on. Oops, here we go. All right. Okay, let's see. The book is here. Ah, crap. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's just. Yeah, that's my creation. I draw her and did everything. I was trying to animate it something for the nation, but I lost heat. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I got better things to do. I was kind of like drawing up something for the nation, but I got way more crap that I gotta do. Okay, this is the ancient map, our ancient map, and okay, so let's go to the land beyond the ice mountain, as the people said. There's a specific place here. Okay, all right, let's go right here. Whoopsie, whoopsa. Okay, all right. So this creature, Cyclops velmonoculus. Okay, the Cyclops, there with one seeing one eye, or one culus, one eye. I believe that's Latin for one eye. So this is a map, an ancient map. Okay, that sister Didaya shared with us ages ago, where this creature have that whatever rat-like thing he killed. He carried a huge club, and then they said, okay, this is what that is. This is what that is. They do exist. They put them in maps, and people are like, oh no, it's not canonical. The scientists haven't said. Scientists haven't. What? No, but this thing is there. Okay, those hybrid beasts. Look at this dude. He look like he has two goat leg, and then he's like a centaur, and then a human is riding his back, and this guy is riding some kind of animal over there. Okay, all right. Those two-legged snake-like fish women and a dude right here. All right. So, all right. This is the Terra de la Cac. Okay. Those beast riding, sea beast riding people. Okay, those sea beast riding Leviathan. Okay, those are the Barbary lion or giant lion. They are as tall as a freaking mountain. There's a great show on Apple TV called The Legacy of Monarch, where they show all those monsters. This is things those people, this is the things they imagine. They have records of those things. Not like books only. They got moving records, what we are calling motion pictures. That's why they get their name. And this is one of those creatures that our men were sleeping with, and they told them, don't do that because you will create some kind of unholy kids. And well, they did. Mostly it was the men banging those stuff. Okay, here we go. All right, so and here's the map. They show you an actual centaur there. He was hunting a bird or goats or whatever. He got a long spear in his hand. He's a warrior-like thing, and then he's hunting this stuff. He's a horse-like dude. Okay? All right? It is there. Yeah, I create a lot of more of the crap that I was trying to put together. Yeah. The Undine, they are very beautiful. The Undines, they are very beautiful, and above all, very, very extremely aggressively erotic. That's why men, if you are not yourself, that's their purpose, to get down with you. And it is mentioned in the book, the studies. They say if you're a man and you are unable, if you cannot control yourself, oh boy, and you meet a creature, wait, hang on. And there are stories out there, beloved. Well, mostly Haitian stories of Asian cultures. It won't make sense to most people because they would not understand it. It's not embedded in their let me see. Okay, this one is the Undines are known to be quite erotic. Okay, this is another of the creation that this is not AI. I just used the AI to animate it, but okay. And if you're a man and then you find this creature, and some men cannot, they won't do too well. They won't do too well if they met a creature like that. And our studies encounters, they are real. They are aggressively erotic. For those of you that study with us, they are super erotic. This is in their nature. This is not something that if they get a moment with you, that's all they need. Men, if you're a man, they don't get down with women like that and stuff. But men, they will get down because that's their purpose. Okay, it's like an animal in heat. If they see a man, whatever that man you look like, they will get down with you. Let me see. I got one more, two more. Those are that I draw. Okay, what this one? Is that what that one? You see this one right here. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Okay, a creature like this. As I explained before, this isn't something that I imagined. Like I just made that up. I have pictures that I draw as a kid, seeing those things just like that it is right there. And I draw it and I put it there, and then everything that you see, all the details, that's how they appear. Okay, strikingly beautiful. Okay. Stop this. Oh, there we go. Is that? Oh. No, it won't stop. There you go. All right. This is crap. Where is that thing? And after that, I'm gonna show you the book. Okay. All right. So I did draw it ages ago. And then when I animated it, this is how this thing looked like. Exactly what I saw when I was a kid, way, way back. and the details were just like, it's just detailing everything and the things. And those things are not evil. Like, they're not what people are saying out there. They're not evil at all. It's just like, if you're not a man, if you are a man, you can't control you cannot control yourself. You will end up, do stuff with those things because they are beautiful. All right. They are very seductive. In the book that we studied, they warn you, like, if you go, it's not bad, it's not wrong. It's just they will own you. They will own you. You will be their slave because they are so beautiful. They are so enthralling, and then they will go ahead and they will literally get you. Okay. But that's the only AI thing right there. All right then. So, where's that thing over there? Here we go. So now you got this beast, okay? That they are in the sea, and 83 do not have the they don't have the technology to freeze those things or to stop them. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. You see this creature right here? This is a bird carrying a freaking elephant. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and see if I can get that book. In the meantime, I'll let you guys enjoy another iguana. I'll let you enjoy another iguana. Let me go get the book, okay? Enjoy this iguana thing. I'll be back.
Now, take a look at this. We've shown you these videos of frozen iguanas countless times. Now, with the extreme cold temperatures, FWC is allowing people to remove these iguanas from the wild and transport them to designated FWC officers. Gulf Coast News reporter Natasha Cassell explains what to do and why some people believe this should all be left up to the professionals.
They freeze, their muscles tense up and they cannot move once it gets below a certain temperature, around like 40-45 degrees, and they become icicles.
When temperatures drop near freezing, green iguanas can temporarily lose muscle control. They look frozen and even can fall from trees. Seth Broughton has been removing iguanas for over a decade. He says if you see a frozen iguana, you need to leave the removals to the professionals.
I really don't like the idea of just people going out and doing it, because even though they are stunned by the cold, they are still active. They can still scratch you. I got clawed 2 weeks ago on the hand by one, even though it was frozen. And then, if you're going
to... All right. So let's see, what do we have here? Yeah, iguanas or something else. All right. Just to prove to the people that those things exist, okay? This is the Book of Magic and the Occult by National Geographic. Again, if this is your first time here, I highly recommend that if you're not comfortable with this type of topic, you may leave. You may exit, because it's gonna get very uncomfortable for so-called Christian, because we're going to talk about magic or demonic things and stuff that is forbidden for you to learn in the Christian church. But our people, this is just literature for us. All right. Many of you are familiar with this fellow. Some of you know him by Anubis or Anubis, and those are the creature that lion-like men, jackal-like men, or dog-like men. Okay, those are them. Let me see if I can take care of that. What they call this thing? Oh boy, can I? Visual effects. Let me put none here. All right. I think you might be able to see me a little bit better. All right. Okay, I believe Toph is the one with like bird beak or something. But what I wanted to share with you, it's a little bit. Okay, all right. No, I want to share. But I was reading this thing the other day. Where did I? Oh, I didn't mark it. Uh, those are photographs that are not that well available online. Let me see. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, that's a calendar. Okay, all right. Okay, so 1583 Ottoman map showing the seven heavens, the 12 signs of the zodiac, and the lunar in the 28 lunar mentions. All right, so you can see the creatures there. All right, Ottoman Empire. Remember, those people swagger jack pretty much anything that we made and we do, and then it is not there. So I'm looking for the bird, the Sigmund. Is that what that is? The Sigmund bird. Okay. All right. So there we go. This thing was right here. All right. The Leviathan-like beast, the Bigfoot, what they try to fake as if this thing doesn't exist. Okay. All right. Highly intelligent creatures, super intelligent. The Loch Ness monster, what they are calling it. Okay. Those sea monsters, sea beast. All right. They do exist. There we go. Rare creatures. 4 rare creatures fill a page from a 13th century bestiary. A man without knowledge of fire. A man without a knowledge of fire. A man on a crocodile. A centaur and a beast-man hybrid Cenis. It's a little bit small, but you can make out of it. Okay, those are things people draw that they saw. Okay, this is not man-made. This is not like fantasies. They actually saw those things. The bird-like women and the centaur men or women right here. Okay, the bird-like women, what they are calling harpies and things like that. Okay, those are the creatures. All right. They are real. In the book we study, they say, yeah, well, they are real. They are in these places. You can go visit them and stuff. Most of them are not hostile and they won't do anything to you. And they said, especially the Undine, they are the most friendliest because they are erotically supercharged. They are very erotic. Okay, this is not fiction. Gorgon, the Medusas, or Gorgonite, they are. This is not fiction. Those are things that they have records, and they hide those books. Okay, the centaur Chiron schools Achilles and an 18th century painting. All right, Achilles was trained by a centaur, and also Hercules, I believe. Achilles or Hercules was, the centaur was a mentor unto him. There's a great TV show on Netflix called The Blood of Zeus. Highly recommend this thing, man. Highly recommend. There's season 1 and season 2. Beautifully well written. Actually, those people did research. And this thing is not mythical at all. It is actually historical account that they were told and 2D animated, All right, so let's go. It's gonna take me some time. Okay. This is European dragons. All right. As you can see here, this well, they painted those people white. This is like a pet dragon that the queen had. Okay, and then the knight killed him. Most likely, it's a ritual for knight fighting dragons to get the princess and the queen. And then those things, they do exist. They have account. People in ancient times weren't stupid. They won't draw things like that because, oh, we want to F around and things like that. They are. Okay. Still can get to the Sigmund bird. All right. That's why they forbid people not to read the other books, because a book like this from National Geographic, okay, it's forbidden. You see those two guardian, two sphinx-like dude with beard and things like that, and lion legs and stuff. They were actually exist. Again, beloved, those things are not because they look appalling doesn't mean they are evil. Okay, they just, if you encounter one of them, there you go. This is the image that I was looking for. All right. Now, this is this bird. That bird carrying 3 goddamn elephants. Do you know what that is? Those are not imaginary. This bird flew and grabbed 3 elephants. And the elephants are running and the mile. He 3 elephants. Do you know what that is? Do you know the power of a bird grabbing 3 elephants? One in the left claw, right claw, and the other one in the left, and one in its beak. Let me put this into perspective for you, okay? All right, this is the bird. And again, they are cited in multiple, all right, multiple books, they are in the map. This is this is probably a baby stealing an elephant, okay? All right? Now, here's the thing. Because ChatGPT been messing with me, I'm going to try to take the other app, Copilot. See what's Copilot. Copilot is there's a black man in there. So.
Hi there.
Okay.
Welcome back, Rick.
Can you give me some information about an elephant, how much it weighs?
So, talking about elephants, these big old gentle giants are the largest land animals on Earth. Depending on the species, their weight can vary quite a bit. The African bush elephant, which is the largest of them all, can weigh somewhere between about 9,900 and 13,500 pounds. That's around 4,500 to 6,100 kilograms. And in some cases, some of the biggest males can even hit about 24,000 pounds, over 10,000 kilograms. Meanwhile, Asian elephants generally weigh a bit less. They're typically in the range of about 12,000 pounds, 5,500 kilograms on the upper end. Even the smallest elephant species, the African forest elephant, can still easily weigh a few thousand pounds. So yeah, elephants are definitely heavyweight champs.
Okay, so now let's cap it as 13,000 pounds for an adult African elephant. So what would be the total weight for 3 of them?
So if we're capping one adult African elephant at about 13,000 pounds, and you want to figure out the total weight for 3 of them, you're basically just going to multiply that by 3. So 13,000 pounds times 3 will give you 39,000 pounds total. That's quite a bit of elephant. So what else is on your mind?
So what is the typical weight of a regular SUV car?
Yeah, totally. So if we're talking about your average SUV, you're looking at roughly somewhere between about 4,000 to 6,000 pounds. Obviously, it depends on the make and model. Some of the bigger, more rugged SUVs can tip the scales a bit more, maybe a little over 6,000 pounds, and some of the smaller crossover SUVs can weigh a bit less.
Okay, what about a city bus?
Sure thing. So city buses are definitely stepping it up in the weight department. On average, a standard city bus is usually going to weigh somewhere between about 20,000 to 30,000 pounds. It really depends on the specific model, how it's equipped, and all that jazz. But yeah, they're definitely rolling heavy compared to your standard SUV.
Okay, so I want you to compare the weight of 3 elephant with cars such as SUV. How many cars that would be? How many SUV that would total the 3 elephants?
All right, let's break it down. So we've got roughly 39,000 pounds total for the 3 African elephants. And we're saying the SUV weighs around, let's just take the middle of the range, about 5,000 pounds to keep it simple. So if you divide 39,000 by 5,000, you're looking at about a little under 8 SUVs, maybe around 7.8 SUVs to match the weight of those 3 elephants. So
okay, about those 3 elephants now into humane weight, let's say the average person weighed about 200 pounds.
Absolutely. Let's do the math. So we've got our 3 elephants totaling about 39,000 pounds. Now, if we take an average human weight of around 200 pounds and divide, so 39,000 divided by 200 is about 195 people. So yeah, that's quite a crowd of folks to match up with.
Thank you. Now, you got about this bird that can carry 195 people. This thing carried 3 freaking elephants, man. And that's not, it just flew and scooped down and grabbed them and then flew. Do you know the strength to carry like whatever that pound was, or how much it was? Like 39,000, let's put it at 40,000 pounds, man. How are you going to fight something like this? Let me put this another perspective. This thing can just flew and take a city bus loaded with people and it just flew out of here, okay? Let me put this thing on purpose, okay? We're just going to stop with the book right here. I got more stuff I shared with you folks tomorrow. Okay, this book is by National Geographic, the Book of Magic and Occult. As you can see, as you just saw here, it was a lot of magic, a lot of occult, all right? Magic means energy, occult means hidden, okay? So just hidden energy, hidden knowledge, all right? So let's put this into perspective, okay, for our people to, okay, about that bird we just saw here. All right, let's put this bird right quick. You know what? Let me just fix this thing right quick. All right, was it this one? I guess, but anyway, so all right. Now, look at that bird. Let's say this bird is real and it can carry 1 elephant. We just saw in the book a painting where this thing carried 3. Let's say it can carry 1. Now we know in nature there is this type of birds. They do exist. There's 2 of them that we're going to present here. The first one is this. Oh boy, I might not be. Deadly bus crash in Turkey leaves 9 dead, 26 injured. Damn. All right then. There's this bird. Yeesh. There's a specific video. Okay, I think this is. Just those people always putting freaking. There's music in all of them. There's music and all that stuff, man. I can't. They just. There is just music and all of them. There's music. It's just like there are music and all of them. So I'm gonna try to play it because if I play it with the music, it might copyright it and they might end up this live. Man. Oops. We everything, man. Okay, all right. That's the video. All right. We got one. Let me see if I can get the other for you guys. They're probably going to end up the live because it has like let me see if I can. It's gonna take me some time, but in the meantime, watch this. In the meantime, watch that. This is an owl, okay? This is an experiment that was done by the BBC or whatever a couple of years ago. This is an owl, and this animal is real, okay? An owl is real, all right?
Challenge.
Okay? This is the owl, all right?
But with
So you got an animal like an owl that can fly. This animal can fly next to you. Mute the video. No, I want the sound. The sound make all the difference. Okay? You got an owl that can fly behind you. You won't even hear it. Next to you, you won't even hear it. This is an ability of a bird. This is the ability of the owl. Let's take this ability and attribute it with the Sigmund bird, with the giant bird we saw, okay? Let's say this bird have that same ability. It can fly, pass right by you, you won't even hear it. If you don't see it, you won't hear it. Okay, that's the first ability. And here's the second ability. Oops. Let's say that bird can actually do this. All right, so everything has freaking music in it and stuff like that. Okay, this is a drake, a duck sitting, a sitting duck, literally, and a peregrine falcon take its head off. You don't even see it. Okay, the bird flew so fast and took the head of the other bird off, and then rip the head off. This is how fast that thing is. But everything else have music in it. I just want to the one that it sounds like a gunshot, okay? All right, it just okay, but it's just everything has music, and then they will later on they will make me take the video down. Gonna make me think. Everything is silly now, man. Everything is silly. Everything people have to put online, they have to put some silly sound, silly music into it and mess up the. But back then, okay, now a peregrine, a peregrine falcon can fly so fast. You don't even see it. It can take your head off. You won't see it. They do that all the time. Some animal, they take the head off of this animal, the animal is still standing. The animal doesn't even realize it, the head is cut off. That's how fast this thing is. Now let's take the speed of a falcon, the stealth of an owl, and the strength of a sigmoid bird that we just saw right here. And let's take the strength of a sigmoid bird and put them together. You got a bird that can carry 39,000 pounds, about 195, 200 people, plus 3 elephants. Excuse me. And you release this bird somewhere in New York, and then somewhere in a populated area. And this freaking thing probably have camouflage things like chameleon. This thing can kill people, take people out, and people won't even know what happened. You could be talking to someone, you're like, okay, let me get something out of my car. And you turn around, and when you turn back on, there's nothing. This person is gone. What happened? Yo, stop playing. This dude was right here. Where did he go? Those are natural abilities. Speed, stealth, and that freaking strength of this bird. Flying so fast. What if the Holy One have a bird like that grabbing people? And a lot of people will turn up being missing. What if a lot of missing people back then were taken out by those super fast giant birds? You won't need something that big to pick up a human. 200 pounds is like a grain of rice for a bird like that, man. A 200, 400 pound, 500, 600 pound person is like a grain of rice. It's just like a grape. It's like a grape, a little grape in a baby's hand, in a baby's teeth, just in a baby's gum. That's what it is. They won't need that much, man. What if we have a bird that have those 3 abilities? It's fast, stealthy, and it's super strong. And when it passes, you don't hear anything. That hitch is big. Yeah. That hitch is bigger than a freaking airplane, man. What if those airplanes that have been disappearing in the ocean and stuff are taken down by those birds swiftly? This thing is faster than an airplane. The speed of a falcon, stealth of an owl, and the strength of a sigmoid bird. You're in trouble, man. Now, this is just me making hair sharp to things that existed. You put them together like, damn, that's a deadly combination right there, man. How are you people going to fight that thing? Rodin, the Z's bird. Rodin was inspired by the Z's bird, which actually exists. Okay, so let's go back to there. Okay, this bird actually exists. All right, they gave description of them, those animals there. Let's go for the Z's bird. The Z's bird. Is that what that is? Oh, it's one Z. I always put like. All right. And there he goes again. Excuse me. And a Jewish myth or Judaic myth, all right, the great Z's bird carrying a freaking elephant. Of course, this thing is carrying an elephant and a rhino. Do you know what that rhino has the toughest armor, man? This thing is carrying an elephant and a rhino. In the movie Godzilla versus Rodan, or Godzilla versus Monsters, whatever that is, Rodan destroyed a whole town by just flying over it. He didn't even touch it, he just fly over it. Destroy the entire Mexican town in the movie. Okay? So this is the bird. All right? Those are things ancient people draw. All right? This bird is no joke, son. And the CIA had something they did declassify where they talk about the encounter of the Aziz bird, and they sent their there we go. They sent their super jet fighters, and then the jet could not keep up with those things, with this giant bird. That's how fast that thing is. You have the world's fastest jet could not keep up with this giant bird. They shoot missile at it. It didn't even budge. Okay, this is the encounter in the movie. This thing actually destroyed those airplanes. That's how fast that thing is, man. But nonetheless, beloved, I just wanted to make this point concerning the bird and those stuff. Boy, let me put that back on. I guess.
Happy Jubilee! The album will be released on February 22nd.
Pre-order now on Amazon and Apple. We hope you enjoy the album. Much love.
All right, so we have the album. Happy Jubilee. You can pre-order it now. I think we put the let me put the link in the description again. This is whoops. All right, let's put the link right here. Happy Jubilee, the album. All right, you can, this is an iTunes. You can go pre-order it. It's on iTunes. Happy Jubilee, Big Levi. The album going to come out February 22nd this year. You got about 21 days to get the album. It is for you, specifically tailored for you. Any question, beloved, before we leave you with peace and love and stuff like that? Any question? Day 2 for our fast. The new album comes out the day after my birthday. So excited. Great Glory. It's your album. We made it for you specifically. Just to talk about the Leviathan and stuff like that. Those things actually exist, man. You don't need government or scientists to telling you they exist, but they are there. They got account of them. They removed those books. That's why they don't want the Christians to read anything. Catholics, Christian, they don't want them to read. They just tell them he doesn't exist. Shut the hell up and follow. Bring me that 10%. Yeah. I have loved all the music associated with this channel over the years. He said, I learn something new every day, all praises. Indeed. Zootopia 2, good film with the main plot about the snakes for the nation. I have not watching this. People have been telling me to go watch the Zootopia, but Big Levi have been very busy doing stuff and, you know. You can't touch the creation of the Holy One, man. These things are freaking, these things about, yo. Bird moves so fast. And this is what we barely know about those things. We got all the creatures out there like, yo, The hell? All right, beloved. Okay, we will leave you with peace. We'll leave you with love. I will see you folks tomorrow and for the class on Patreon. Thank you for the newcomers. We have a newcomer on Patreon. I believe his brother. Uh-oh. Why would this thing do this? This thing just kicked me out. You know what's going on with Patreon lately? They've been kicking me out. Thank you. Okay, see, that's the thing. We had a newcomer, and then now I don't see it. I don't see the brother. I don't see it. I was gonna. Okay, let me check the email because it was in the email they sent me. Brother Dallas, I'm assuming. Brother Dallas, welcome. Thank you for being a member, intra-templum members. Okay. Whoa, I forgot to post this thing today. I'll post it later on for Gravis and intra-templum. Okay. Beloved, I will see you folks tomorrow in the morning, 12 p.m. for the prayer, and at night in the class. Shalom.
The 8K family.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.